Oh my. What's this? What's that? A hat. What's this? Oh. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. An old photo of the same apartment dated year 01. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. Exquisite canopy bed made of metal. A quarterly business magazine. An empty ashtray. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. Let me equip my bag, just in case. Guess I don't need these. Oh, how many points do I have? Okay, just one. I may need to change my clothes depending on how this conversation goes. Kim's gonna be so proud of me.
Of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
I got so much done while he was gone. I wonder if... What if you roleplay this with Harry just being, like, hard addict and you just do drugs all day while Kim's gone? Officers of the Revachol said, the man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Before we go on, point at the bed. I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy.
Oh yes, my friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy.
He smiles.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
That didn't work at all.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
He raises an index finger.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
But what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
He smiles. So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes. As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
He glances at his watch.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
And what is the price stabilite?
It is the most important thing.
Well, that doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity. which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
And how does that benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, for example. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
2% of what?
But not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
I've heard about this morale intern before. I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
You're a moralist?
But of course.
Why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
But what is a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of the capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? Meh?
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
It doesn't work because the coalition crushed it violently. We just haven't tried real communism yet. And you're telling me this world here is working out well?
It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters. Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur Le Clef.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Revachol Sur Le Clef's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-la-Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Tell me about Oranje.
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Which one of them is more EPIS?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranje carries a lot of political weight, while Sur-la-Clé takes care of the business side of things. Sur-la-Clé hosts the headquarters of the major EPIS institutions.
Okay, but outside of EPIS, what is Oranje?
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Can you just talk like a normal person?
About what?
About Aranya. Tell me what it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish.
How is... Wait, if this is how he talks, how's he going to talk about the hanging? What if I told you there's a fugitive from the moral intern? All right, let's ask about the lynching.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Okay, so he did witness it. He gives a solemn nod.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
Meaning it was terrifying? Or it was entertaining?
No. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Okay, I think I got the picture. Anything else stand out?
Only that there were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard.
He smooths his hair.
But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What is this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
God, yes, sweet standardization, the backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
What does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No. What do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
Do you even hear the words I'm saying?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it gonna be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Revachol's gonna be part of the EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
Yeah, that question.
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How'd you two become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here. And my friend, too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Oh my god. The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Alright, but what is his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
Why can't you just give me his name? All you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which ones?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
Oh my god. Alright, what are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
The man smiles, nodding to the window. What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
He raises his hand.
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby's crying.
No, listen.
He looks outside.
The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was asking about your friend?
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
Had something else I want to talk about?
I'm all ears, officer. A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Well, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Alright, I'm not going anywhere. I just want to look around the apartment.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Glances at his watch. So this is the only time I'm going to get to talk to him.
The litany of contact Mike.
Oh yeah. I wanted this one.
5,000 to 1 rank outsider. No one saw it coming. The mantle of a game changer demands intangible qualities. Fights are not won. You're thinking instead of doing detective work right now. Fights are made. Blow by blow. Let's take it. Mike to the Mikey. Some low-intensity part of you has entered a sports cliché-driven fugue state. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Also, Mike knew what it took to win. He just wanted it more.
All psyche white checks unlocked. Oh. I think I'm going to forget it because there's other stuff I want. Cop of the Apocalypse, indirect modes of taxation. Let's do that one. I'm going to lose empathy. That'll be fine. How's this one doing? -1 logic. Okay. Quick save. I don't know if I want to tell him
Was
about
there anything else?
Khaleesi. What if I told you about a fugitive from the mall intern in Martinez?
A fugitive?
Hypothetically speaking, you might add.
Hypothetically speaking.
Well, I would say that is very bad indeed. Not super. What sort of a fugitive are we talking about here?
Corporate espionage type stuff.
That is extremely serious. Corporate espionage may technically be legal in Revachol, but elsewhere it's a very high-level offense. It violates a number of international agreements, in particular the First La Charte Accord. This fugitive must be turned over to the ICP immediately. Have you apprehended them already?
I meant it as a hypothetical. I don't actually know about any corporate espionage. Pin it on someone else. Who the heck would I pin it on?
Ah, that's right. You did say this was all just a hypothetical scenario. Phew, for a moment there I was concerned that we had quite the situation on our hands.
A bullet deftly dodged, sire.
Now that that's settled, was there anything else you'd like to discuss? Of course.
I'm gonna reload that save.
This fugitive must be turned over to the ICP immediately.
Now's your chance, sire. Which of your enemies would you most like to make trouble for?
His name is Gart. He's working at the Whirling in Rags disguised as a cafeteria manager. You'll find him hanging out by the roundabout. He's disguised as a really racist lorry driver. There's a bunch of speed freaks lurking around the church. They confessed while high on drugs. I'd love to pin it on Everett. And yeah, this guy's an asshole. I don't want to pin it on Gart, and I don't want to pin it on those guys. So we'll just make trouble for him, but it's not going to do anything.
As a common lorry driver, you say? Interesting. Are you sure?
He may not look like a spy, but that's what makes him so effective.
Much as I'm inclined to believe you, I'm not sure my colleagues at the ICP will. I'll make note of your claims in my report, but I'm sorry to say it's likely to end up in the back of the filing cabinet somewhere in Mirova, unread and forgotten.
That's a shame.
Yes, it rather is. As much as I am a true believer in international institutions, there are times when even I grow frustrated with the bureaucracy. Well, no matter. I should thank you for bringing this to our attention. Your efforts have been noted. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss? Of course.
I don't even want... Oh shit, I quick saved. I don't even want there to be a hint of somebody in Martinez.
Was there anything else?
Hypothetically.
Well, what sort of a fugitive are we talking? That is corporate. This fugitive must be turned over to the ICP immediately. Ah, that's right. You did. Phew, for a moment there.
A bullet deftly dodged.
Now that that's settled,
there we
of
go.
Course.
So I just told him it was a hypothetical situation and nothing's really wrong. So I wonder if I'd talk to this guy later if I really could pin Everett on it. If I'd saved this conversation. Pin the union boss. But I don't know. That might have been cool, but I don't know. Alright, so we did that. Alright, let's see if I can get this freaking... You are here. Okay. So I want to go find... Did you say there were traps here? Let's go here. Okay. So I go into the journal. Check the trap near the boathouses west of the Feld building. Superstar Cop 10, by the way. Communist 14. Trap Morel just set up. Check the trap at Land's End, northeast of the Feld building. Check the trap near the canal you crossed. West of the Feld building, northeast of the Feld building. Land's End, boathouses. And the canal. So who even knows? I didn't notice a trap. It's dark now and it's raining. Didn't we buy a rain jacket? Thought I bought a rain jacket. Where'd it go? Who knows? I wanted this. He said there were traps. Near the canal? That we crossed. Okay, according to the internet, we will actually have the opportunity to check under the floorboards in here, but it'll happen later. He said there were traps along the canal that we crossed. Who knows where? Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Revachol, hopefully.
Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flex some more wet snow from above.
Look around you.
The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, It seemed as though it were already spring.
How does it feel?
You're warm in your hat and your coat. Like a well-equipped explorer, you comfortably survey the white landscape.
What's in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
And beyond that?
The waters turn black. Coal City in the shadow of San Martin. A boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol.
Continue?
No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
What's there?
Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. La Petite Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume.
Le Royaume?
Where the Philippian kings were interred, with their doctors and their admirals. Mausoleums, burial chambers, leaf gold still remains on the double door of the morning.
That's where Kuno said he's gonna go.
Yes, to peel the gold off with his fingernails.
Les Petits Frats?
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper.
Deeper.
After rubies, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safre and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty. Did someone say untold quantities of cocaine?
Shush you.
Drop everything immediately and go looking for this hoard. How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Yeah, that one.
Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know.
Okay, wipe the snow from his shoulder.
Few petits rats return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
What's east?
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
That's all?
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
And further?
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood. Clean white light coming from the windows of a clean cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. A secret.
Is that Everett? What's in the north?
The abandoned church, one of 2 remaining stave churches, which were collectively called Les Sept Sœurs. The other 6 sisters were destroyed during the revolution.
And further north?
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves. sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
And on the inlets?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Revachol, way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
And the other side?
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that, before the curtains are drawn.
The Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos, wild pines, Zam, Morian, and at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
What's in the south?
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
The Pox.
Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since. The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
But still...
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
Further south?
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
No, I want it home. I want more. Look around. No, it was home. I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning. Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens and the chop shops of the Zemlyaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
Looking for what?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
What's above?
More coalition aerostatics. Occasionally, lights flash as they maneuver through the falling snow. One large airship carries crates in its belly.
What's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Tell me a secret of the sands, Wind.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it. But who knows?
If I find it under a big concrete pipe under the boardwalk, stomp your feet for warmth, brushing off the snow. It's raining.
The spring thaw will come in earnest. Just not yet.
Was this the area that said come back when it's snowing? And it took that as snowing? I don't know where these traps are supposed to be. Okay, this is what we're looking at next to the church. Cool. A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung it up too hard. Someone must have worked hard to smash the phone dome. Man, just breaking stuff.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the handset. That is totally broken.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Alright, dial the random number.
Calling.
Is this the same one?
Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. I don't think I'm Pierre, no. What's Pierre like?
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
Oh, what kind of pets did you have?
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects.
Call another random number?
Calling.
Why are we doing this?
Still calling. Again? Seriously?
I don't know.
Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity. No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Why drama? I need to speak to electricity, please. Gerard, what a douche name. Change your number. Can you get your wife for me?
Who is this?
The man does not understand. It's Pierre, put her on. No, it was a stupid joke. I shouldn't have called. It's stupid, I'm sorry. Now let's do Pierre.
Who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that?
The voice on the phone is suddenly very agitated. No. Guillaume Le Milon.
Very funny, asshole. Why don't you grow up? Oh, and Disco is dead.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Let's do one more.
Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
I don't want to. We could be a bit. Oh no. You seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer.
The phone gets hanged up fast as lightning. All you hear is a little shuffle of nylon as the hand moves on the other end.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell him his debt was paid or to rewire the money. Like, that would just put him in way more trouble.
Disconnect tone.
All right, let's do it again.
Calling.
I'm tired.
A man answers fast this time. His voice is hoarse from cigarettes. You hear typing in the background.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
I'm tired too.
If I could go just 1 month without writing, no, 2 months, I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
All right, let's use interfacing.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial, then pull down on the number, then move one up, and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
What did I just do?
You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. Some far-off nation-state. 005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad, on the Gradian Isola, where the telephone was invented. The next two digits you dial are the area code for the city of Mirova.
Keep dialing.
414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air.
Keep dialing.
1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling.
Is there more?
Yes. 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication network.
This doesn't even seem like a phone number. Finish it.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away. A distant network of phones, calling in the night, calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy.
No, I don't want to hang up. I don't want to hang it up. Let it call more.
Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Please don't kill me.
Hello?
She sounds sleepy. I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the class. I will raise the dead. Hello? Her voice is warm from sleep.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
She's confused.
Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you, to make it possible to live and fight. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing.
Okay, I won't.
It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
Your voice is beautiful.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
I'm not going to say this one out loud.
What?
It takes a second for her to realize what you said. I want to live with you? Your voice makes me want to turn into dust? I want to live with you.
Oh no. Is that you?
Her voice sounds like she's waking up now, still plaintive, tired.
This is too much. You need to recede.
A creature's a creature. I wish I was the wind.
Oh no, not this. What time is it?
I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. This is the only option I have.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
She knows who you are.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Okay, I'm drunk. What does it matter? I'm still me. I'm not drunk, I'm high. I'm not drunk or high, I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you?
Oh, God.
There's silence as heavy as tin. The white noise howls. Hey or say nothing? Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
You're in Morova. Where are you going in 2 hours? You're in Morova, right?
Yes, I'm in Morova. Sleeping.
I guess I want to talk about me. You sound like you know me.
What do you want to talk about?
Shit!
We haven't talked about already.
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Where are you going in 2 hours?
To work.
Where?
The academy. Where I work.
Sounds better than my job. I'm happy. My job is sad and terrible. It has dead bodies in it. I'm happy for you?
No response.
Shit.
Only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper.
This is hurting me all over. I'm the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man.
She does not answer anymore.
I'm going to solve it.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Damn it. Dial the long number again? Oh god, this is gonna hurt.
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial. The machine eats the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear. In the middle of it, a familiar ring. Small, distorted, calling.
Let it call.
Calling.
She's not gonna pick it up.
It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her.
Why?
Come on, you know why.
Let it ring.
Calling.
Harry, please.
Sad voice answers, distressed in distortion.
Underneath it, she is naked and warm under a blanket.
I need answers to my mystery. I need to know who you are. You're warm?
There's a sigh.
I need answers to my mystery.
Please.
Shit.
I'm going to hang up now, okay?
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Oh god.
You dial the number again, as you've done many times. You remember it well now. 001 41 44 47 11 17 361 451 67 451 451. Calling.
Oh my god. Don't die.
And calling for who knows how long, but no one answers. You need to insert more money to call again.
Punch the phone and don't die. I may die.
The cold metal is hard and hurts your knuckles. You look at them, turning purple.
I think we're done now. I don't want to punch it again. Wow. That was something. Autosave. Yeah, look at I was full health before I started the phone call.